Howdy, Dan and Josh at the Acoustic Centre. This is a really cool video, Joshy. We've got 3 exceptional guitars here, all in Sunburst. 3 beautiful semi-hollow 335 style guitars. This morning our esteemed colleague Chris said, if you're going to shoot some videos today, there are not many places where you would find 3 top-end Sunburst 335s built from different makers that you can compare, and we thought that is a good idea for a video.
It's a good idea for a video, and as we always say, come in and try all these guitars. That's the whole point.
So, we're going to kick things off with the Gibson. We have a Heritage, Custom Shop Heritage, and we have a Collings, all in Sunburst.
Yep.
We thought we'd kick it off with, well, the brand that started it all when it comes to semi-hollow bodies really is Gibson. This is the 1964 historic series ES-335 in Sunburst. What do you think?
Well, it's not very pretty, is it?
It's amazing.
It's
the one. It's the one.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, if you were going to get a 335, it's probably the one to get, I reckon.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, I would like to own a guitar that looks like that and sounds like that, of course. I mean, Gibson, they are the kings of this kind of burst, as they should be, because they're the guys that created it in the first place. And I think that's a perfect burst to me. Yellow, a bit of red, it's not too red, fading into that black, mahogany neck, and it just looks the part, it looks the business. That's what I think. It's business time.
It's a custom shop model. It comes with the custom Bucker El Nico 3 humbuckers. We'll hear the subtle differences between the 3 different guitars, each with their own set of humbuckers. These are a slightly low output, probably, compared to the others. Yeah. Do you want to give us a taste?
Well, yeah. Well, this is back pickup.
Yep.
Front pickup. Wow. And the middle again.
I'm feeling it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's unreal.
I love... I've usually played single coil pickups my entire life as a person tries to play gigs around the place. Humbuckers, I've not always had a great relationship with them because it's not the main kind of a pickup I've used, but I do like a humbucker that is a nice low output humbucker because I find them a little bit more dynamic, as in they're not shouting all the time. It's not at level 20 at all times, and they tend to have a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, unpotted as well, which they say adds to the clarity.
A little bit more airiness. Like people ask me to describe what I mean by when I say airy. I mean clarity, brightness, zing, a bit more zing in them.
Transparency.
Transparency is one of those words. That's a very guitar land word, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
let's move. Let's
move along.
That's too much.
Stunning.
That is unbelievable. Okay, so let's go from that Gibson that was that's based on a model built in the 60s. It would have been built at 225 Parsons Street, Kalamazoo, where this guitar is now built.
225 Parsons Street?
Yeah, Kalamazoo is now the factory of Heritage guitars. These guitars are built on a lot of the old Gibson machinery. These guys used to build for Gibson, a lot of them.
Yep.
They are now making exceptional world-class guitars. This is their custom shop core collection. One of only 18 is what our research tells us. This one features glorious blistered maple over an autumn sunburst. It's quite a look.
It does look stunning. I mean, another esteemed colleague this morning said it's like looking into the sun, which it is. It almost has that kind of look. Great burst. Not too orange, not too yellow. It's just a good balance, especially with that ivory, the Ivoroid binding. It's just got that nice antiquated look without looking, and without, it's not relict. It's a new guitar.
Yeah.
And as we were talking about pickups before. These are the 225 pickups.
Yep.
Named after where, the address, of course. And one of the comments by Heritage is that these pickups are voiced for a 335 style instrument, or a guitar that has F holes, as in Les Paul pickups are voiced differently than they are for these guitars. So,
Yeah, so they haven't just taken a set of Les Paul pickups and whacked them in a semi-hollow.
That's right.
They're voiced for a semi-hollow.
Yeah.
Should we have a little listen?
We should. Okay. So, where were we? Back pickup again. That's a great sound. Middle pickup.
You hearing any differences there?
Yeah, it's a little hotter, but it's still nice and chimey. It's quite a sophisticated sounding pickup. It doesn't have as much honk in it, that's for sure, or as much mid range. We're just playing through a Blues Junior, by the way, so it's just like there's a tuner here, a Blues Junior, a little bit of overdrive from the amp. So similar neck, maybe a little bigger. You know, what do we call it? A C?
Medium C,
Medium
I think
C
you'd go
profile.
with.
So
Yeah.
I don't know my neck descriptions very well. I'm sorry, folks. I always just jump on a guitar and go, "That's the neck."
I better play it.
Yeah, exactly. So great sounding guitar.
Great looking guitar.
Oh,
One of the most interesting things about the Heritage guitars, of course, Joshy, is the price. I mean, when you weigh all these three up, the Heritage comes in considerably cheaper.
yeah. The other thing, did they recently change the headstock to be a little wider, or is that my imagination?
I thought they changed it to be a little bit wider, and then someone corrected me and said, no, they made it a little bit narrower.
Oh, okay.
But they did make a slight change to the headstock.
Yeah.
The guitars look great now.
Yeah.
I love this sort of age gold inlay work.
Yeah, classy guitars, unbelievable guitars. They're just incredible. It's like, anyway, we should keep moving.
Let's do it.
Okay, Heritage. What have we got?
It's the H535 Custom Core Ballisted Maple. Joshy, the third in our trilogy of Sunburst semi-hollows.
It's going to bring a tear to my eye.
It's the I-35LC from Collings Guitars. This is a pre-owned model. That's actually a 2005. That's in exceptional condition.
Okay, so a little bit smaller than a 335, but not as small as a 339, perhaps. So it's kind of this in-between shape. Beautiful looking guitar.
Bit of flame in the top of that one.
Yeah, a bit of flame. Simple dot markers. Cherry, would you call that, on the back?
Yeah,
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
let's hear it.
Okay, so front pickup. Oh, that's a beautiful sounding guitar
Is
too.
it possible this one has the most output of the three, or am I imagining that?
Yeah, I think this is a bit hotter. Definitely hotter, this guitar. We think they're Lola Imperials.
Yeah, I think
low
this
wines.
model currently comes with throwbacks, but
Right.
perhaps back then they were using Lolas. Of course, we can open them up to see exactly what they are. We haven't
Yeah.
done that, but we know they sound
so
good.
we think they're Lola Imperial low wines. I think they probably are too, because it's hotter, certainly, than those guitars, but still not a really high output pickup. Plenty of chime and clarity, a little bit more push. But that's a great sounding pickup too. That's a little rock machine.
It
right
is a
there.
little rock machine. Love the neck on this one. It's a medium C again, but
And to me, that feels like, from the Collings I've played, a classic shape of a Collings neck. Very, very much like a Collings. I love these little details that Collings do on the back here. See that, the way that goes around?
right,
the
flattens
neck
out
joint?
a bit.
Yeah. It's just, they know how to build a guitar, that's
They
for sure.
certainly do.
So, there you go.
Well, look, Joshy, I think that's about it. It's not often we ask for comments on these videos, but it would be interesting today on this one for you to let us know which one you like the sound of. We can't even tell. You know, we'll have to listen back to hear them mic'd up. It's interesting to let us know if you hear any differences between these three guitars. They're all beautiful. They're all in the shop right now.
Yeah.
I think that's about it, Joshy.
Yeah, so they're beautiful guitars. As we keep always saying, if you're in Melbourne, please come in and you can try all these guitars next to each other and do exactly that through this little amp here if you feel like it. So there you go.
Beautifully done, my friend. Take us out with a few chords. Beautiful.
Cool.
Like it. Beautiful, mate.